Okay, so I was all set to shave because I was gonna make a video on the Hawkeye finale today, and then I went on Twitter and I was like, whoa, alright, Marvel has officially released that teaser trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, so I'm gonna keep this scruff for this. Yeah, that teaser trailer for Multiverse of Madness that we saw after the credits of Spider-Man No Way Home, I would say spoiler alert, but at this point, if you have not seen No Way Home and you have managed to avoid spoilers, I would be thoroughly impressed, if not in disbelief. And so yeah, this is pretty much the exact same teaser trailer that we got after the credits of No Way Home. The only things that are different is that they've added the Marvel Studios logo in there, which I like how the mirror dimension shows the current one and the previous one. That's some interesting fan service. And also, instead of saying Doctor Strange will return at the end, it actually shows the title and then the release month. You know, making this more like an actual trailer. Other than that, it's the same thing though. So alright, let's finally talk about what we see here. Cause this movie, oh my god. One of the very first shots we get just blows your mind right off the bat. Doctor Strange walks outside and he sees the world is completely fucked up. Seriously, seeing that on the big screen, I was like, whoa. It does kind of look like that What If episode, the fourth one with Doctor Strange, which was one of the best episodes of What If Season 1, but I still wasn't a huge fan of the season as a whole. Still love the shot though. But this movie being a sequel to 2016's Doctor Strange movie, we do have some characters from that movie returning in this one. Although, can I just say as a side note that I find it interesting that before Doctor Strange could get a sequel, Spider-Man got a whole trilogy? I just find that interesting. But yeah, Rachel McAdams returns as Christine Palmer. She was the love interest in the first Doctor Strange movie, although they did leave things platonically at the end there. So it looks like she's getting hitched to someone else, because Stephen Strange is standing in the audience. I feel like Doctor Strange at this point, he's way too committed to being a sorcerer that he doesn't have time for a love life. Especially these days with all the stuff that's going on. But at least Rachel McAdams is back in this movie. I do appreciate that. They didn't just shrug her character off. We get little glimpses of a new character to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, America Chavez, in this teaser trailer. America Chavez is a really cool character. I know her from those Marvel Rising cartoons. I think from what I remember, she's not human. She's an alien from another planet, and she can shoot beams in the shape of stars. I think she can fly. She has super strength. She has some pretty cool powers. I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do in this movie, and whether or not she'll pop up again in the MCU. And then we get to the point where Strange visits Wanda. Yes, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. Here we go.
I made mistakes, and people were hurt.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
Then what are you here for?
I need your help.
With what?
What do you know about the multiverse?
Now shit is getting real. I appreciate how Strange did bring up the events of WandaVision when he mentioned Westview. I actually have a close friend right now. He's a huge Marvel fan. He has not watched WandaVision. I'm like, dude, you gotta watch WandaVision. If for nothing else, so you're caught up with where Wanda is and what she's been through at the point of this movie. Cause last we left Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, she was all astral projecting and shit, reading the Darkhold, looking for her kids. So when Doctor Strange is like, what do you know about the multiverse? I'm curious as to what her answer's gonna be. And we even see her here in this trailer. She's got that awesome outfit. She's like meditating, doing a seance or something. I was like, dude, Scarlet Witch is gonna be a badass in this movie. Can't wait for that shit. Baron Mordo returns, once again played by Chiwetel Ejiofor. I have been wondering what he's been up to since that post-credit scene in Doctor Strange where he was like, too many sorcerers. Apparently he can absorb magic from sorcerers so that they don't have magic powers anymore, like he did to Benjamin Bratt. We do see him fighting Doctor Strange at one point, so yeah, he's probably gonna be a villain in this movie. That's pretty cool. And man, these visual effects, they're pretty much what I expected from this movie. Just all sorts of trippy, acid tripping balls. It's a trip. We got Sam Raimi at the helm of this thing. So just from that, I'm pretty sure we can tell that this movie's gonna be pretty dark. Kevin Feige did come out and say that this is gonna be the first like dark, gothic, scary MCU movie, which I have nothing against. Bring it on. My body is ready for that shit. Although really, at least from this teaser trailer, there's nothing really scary looking, or at least nothing that scared me. We have the big tentacle monster, which at first I was like, is that Shumagorath? Because I have heard some rumors that Shumagorath might show up in the MCU at some point. But actually, this is not Shumagorath. This is a creature called Gargantos. At least from what I've read, that's what this is. And apparently it's gonna have a voice. This is a female monster voiced by, I forget what her name is. But she looks pretty cool though. It looks like one of those comics from the 50s, like those weird tales, almost like a man in a rubber suit monster movie. So that should be interesting. And then at the very end of this teaser, the biggest threat to the multiverse is apparently an evil Doctor Strange doppelganger.
Things just got out of hand.
Yeah, I've heard some people say, oh, that's the Doctor Strange Supreme from What If. Like I said, his episode was one of my favorites from What If, but since I wasn't a huge fan of What If as a whole, I am hoping that that's not who this is here. In truth, this actually reminds me of Bizarro, the Superman villain. You know, like an evil mirror image of the hero, which I guess is what Doctor Strange Supreme was in that episode of What If. If this does end up being that character from What If, I guess they'll make it work. I mean, I'm still way excited for this movie. Nothing's changed my mind on that. Because out of all the movies that were announced in Phase 4 back in 2019's Comic-Con, this is the one that I'm looking forward to the most. Because again, just the mere concept of it. Sam Raimi directing a dark gothic Doctor Strange movie involving a multiverse of madness? With Danny Elfman doing the score, that's a nice bonus. How can I not be like, holy shit, this fucking movie? Plus, that poster is pretty freaking sick. Shows Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch and evil Doctor Strange with that creepy beard. All mirror dimension-y and shit. It's awesome. This movie's gonna be huge. I don't know if it's gonna be as big as Spider-Man No Way Home, but if you ask me right now, I think it's gonna come pretty close. And of course, it's one of my most anticipated movies of 2022. So, the official teaser for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Have you watched it? Well, I assume you have at this point. What do you think about it, and how big do you think this movie's gonna be compared to Spider-Man No Way Home? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go put together my video on that Hawkeye finale, because apparently it's getting some mixed reactions, so maybe I should watch it again. You'll have my thoughts on it soon. Peace!